Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's get a look at some of the stocks on the move today. We can do that with Christine Aquino from Bloomberg News. Christine, what are you looking at?
Well, Paul, I'm looking at Netflix this morning. So ticker NFLX. Those shares are slightly down today, down more than 1% now. So just accelerating some of those earlier declines. So the latest on that, of course, is that we know that Netflix has apparently refinanced a $59 billion bridge loan with cheaper and longer term debt. So this is part of its efforts to strengthen its offer for Warner Brothers, right? Because it is still at least favored by Warner Brothers leadership as an acquirer. So last week, apparently, Warner Brothers told its shareholders to reject the Paramount bid in favor of its original agreement with Netflix. Warner Brothers saying that Paramount's offer is, quote, inferior and adequate, and said the deal's financing was too risky. Now, of course, the latest in Paramount, we know that Larry Ellison is stepping into the fray. He's personally guaranteeing about, what, $40 billion in equity financing for that offer. So we'll see if Warner Brothers leadership changes its tune, but it seems like Netflix at the moment is the front runner still.
All right. Well, this is something that we know Warner Brothers had been pushing for a while. So it looks like Paramount Skydance submitting to that. M&A Monday, Christine. So there's some news on the deals front.
Exactly, Scarlett. Just because it's the second to last Monday of the year does not mean that M&A Monday stops today. It is Janus Henderson. So those shares are up. Ticker JHD. Shares up more than 3%, 3.4% actually. So really accelerating those opening gains. And the latest on that front is, of course, Janus Henderson saying that it agreed to be acquired by Trian Fund Management of Nelson Peltz fame and General Catalyst for $7.4 billion in an all-cash deal. So that works out to be $49 per share. So we know, of course, that Trian, this is just the latest in their steps to overhaul Janus Henderson, essentially, right? They've been an activist investor for about 5 years. And we know that previously they moved to oust previous management, pushed the fund to stop bleeding clients. And so I suppose it makes sense in some way that they're now moving to fully acquire the company. Trian does already own about 20% of Janus Henderson shares. So, seems like a natural step, but investors clearly liking it. The shares up more than 3.4%, as I mentioned.
Janus was one of my favorite clients back in the day out there in Denver. Great commission generator. First Starbucks I ever went to was waiting to go into a Janus meeting in Denver across the street. I had no idea what a Starbucks was, how to order, what's a mocha, what's a venti. No idea.
No one knows that still.
No one. I'm not much better
I'm hoping
now.
you've worked out your Starbucks order
double
now.
short mocha, I'm good there.
But you know that Janus Henderson as a firm and as the industry has changed so much since I'm sure you visited them.
Yeah, they merged with Henderson. Henderson's was one of the best money managers in the city of London. So, but both kind of growth at a reasonable price. That's kind of their investment philosophy. Newmont.
So shares for that company very much on the up today. So ticker NEM. Those shares are up 3.2%. Of course, very much benefiting from the record highs in both gold and silver. Newmont, of course, is a miner dabbling in both of those metals today. And so we've seen both gold and silver set for their best annual performance in more than 4 decades. So that's quite major. And we're seeing demand really coming from all sides here. We have investors who are looking for havens, looking to gold, looking to silver as a way to just seek a little bit of safety in these markets. But then we've also seen both institutional investors, ETF investors piling into this space as well. For various reasons. I think it's a little bit of diversification, and ETF investors obviously seeing the rally that's been very durable this year, wanting to get in on that. So and Bloomberg Intelligence weighing in on this as well, saying that, they're looking at the premium for Newmont shares versus its net asset value. So that's keeping up with Agnico, which is the leader in that gold mining space. Good operational performance, according to our analyst.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.